Hello, West Ham Network, it's Holly, and today we are going to be taking a look at some of the players that could have another chance to impress under new manager Julen Lopetegui. Lego. Yes, West Ham Network, I hope you're all well. So while the talk is all about new signings today, I'm actually going to be switching things up a little bit and running through some of the players that didn't quite get the opportunity under David Moyes, but will be keen to impress under new manager Julen Lopetegui, because with every new manager becomes the opportunity for a bit of a shake-up and fresh blood to enter the starting 11. And for me, this excites me because you're going to get eager players that are really keen to give everything and may even be able to get their chance. So we're going to be chatting about those soldiers that didn't quite make it today. So first up, we have got Flynn Downes, one that I'm really, really keen for us to keep and that I think could be fantastic for West Ham. I remember getting into a proper debate about him actually back when we had Declan Rice, saying that I thought he could be quite a good predecessor. Not that I thought they were on the same level, which I got absolutely rinsed for, but that I thought he had all the attributes and the passion that we needed for somebody that could do well in that position. And when I say well, I mean well to a West Ham standard, not like a world-class player, but someone that could do really well at West Ham, put everything on the line for the shirt. So the Saints manager said that Downes had been the best championship player of the season. And this was a really popular opinion as well by lots of people from different clubs that watch a lot of championship football, with him putting in a total of 37 performances for the club and people being really impressed with everything that he did. So with Southampton securing promotion into the Premier League and being keen to keep Downes, the club are yet to decide whether we're going to hold on to him or whether we will sell him while the value and the demand for him is high. So let us know what you think we should do down below in the comments. But then we've got Freddie Potts. So he's another central defensive midfielder that we could bring in. And like Downes, he plays in a position where we could definitely do with backup in. He was named player of the season at Wycombe. So again, been performing brilliantly and is definitely another one to watch. Next up, Andy Irving. So we brought him for 1.76 million euros from Klagenfurt, but then loaned him straight back to the Austrian side. And everyone was a little bit confused. It was basically one of the most confusing signings we've ever had because we literally brought him in just to send him back. But he actually spoke at the time about how disappointed he was to not be able to prove himself at West Ham. And this here could be his opportunity. And he also looks like he's been working hard. He has scored 9 goals and got 4 assists in 28 league games. And then Callum Marshall, he's a forward that could also impress Lopetegui. He scored an incredible 18 goals in 14 games for the under-21s, which is impossible to ignore stats-wise. But it's not only those who are out on loan who could break into our starting 11 regularly. We've got George Earthy, so he broke through towards the end of the season, and he has looked absolutely incredible when we've seen him play. The intensity and the eagerness that he has to get on the ball may well catch Lopetegui's attention. That's what you've got to have, isn't it? To really catch someone's attention when you've not been given a chance in the starting 11 properly before. I think you've just got to give everything and put everything on the line. And just seeing how keen he was to get the ball and run into space when he did get the chance, I thought that's exciting when he played. So if he can do that again, could well impress Lopetegui. Cornet, he didn't get much game time under Moyes. We had Paqueta and Kudus being used ahead of him. Moyes even chose Earthy, in fact, ahead of him. So he didn't really get a look in or any time to show why he could be considered or to get better. But with a new manager, could he be one that we see him impress and see him get a little bit more game time? And of course, we've got the ones that could leave as well. So we've got Benrahma and Johnson, players who technically both could still stay at this point, but are likely to leave. So there's also the question of whether, although they might not have seen eye to eye with Moyes and Moyes didn't give them the chance, and therefore they were happy to go out on loan. Maybe Benrahma has gone out on loan and is successful there, and Johnson's obviously keen to go elsewhere to get some game time. I guess you have the question of what the new manager thinks of them, what assurances he can give them, and whether that does tempt them to give West Ham another try. And yeah, would they want to play under Lopetegui and put in a shift to get noticed? So let me know what you think. I guess, who do you think stands the best chance of impressing Lopetegui for this spot in the starting 11, or at least on the bench that wasn't previously playing regularly? Because it's going to be really interesting to see if we've got any familiar faces that managed to impress Lopetegui and strengthen our squad. Because we do have some that could make a real difference, and that would allow us to focus our spending this window on key positions rather than trying to scattergun approach and get about 12 different players in the end. So drop us a comment down below with your thoughts And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so that we know you have, and make sure you've subscribed. And if you haven't already got the notifications switched on, make sure you do. And if you fancy treating yourself, there are memberships where you get exclusive content, prize draws, and a lot more. And we appreciate every single one of our viewers. So thank you so much for watching. As always, have a brilliant day. And until next time, come on, you irons.